Now, I'm on the lookout for some new batteries for my CineLifter. Now, when it comes to this, I'm very, very particular about what components I use because I don't want it to just randomly fail. Mainly because it's got a very expensive sensor on here. I don't want to have to replace it or make an insurance claim. Now, when it comes to batteries, I like to know exactly how long a battery should last theoretically before I do some flight tests. Now, I know fully loaded, this consumes about 15 amps in normal forward flight. Obviously that goes up and down. So what I'm going to do is test some new batteries and see how they perform on the bench, run them through some charge discharge cycles down to about 3.3 volts and see how they stand up. Now, I recently did that test on this Turnigy Boltex 5.4 amp hour battery, high voltage LiPo, and this performed pretty well. In terms of power per weight or power per gram, this is quite good. It's one of the lightest batteries that you can get for the size. But Hobby King has sent over these Turnigy Graphene 5 amp hour batteries, and these are a little bit cheaper. So it'll be interesting to see how they perform. So what I'm going to be doing is putting them on my dynamic load over here, run a whole load of charge discharge tests, and see how long theoretically I should be able to fly my CineLifter for on these. Hello and welcome to the Whirly Bloke channel. So this is my setup. I've got my battery connected to my digital load here, and I've currently got it set to discharge at 15 amps on constant current, and it's going to cut off at 19.8 volts, which is 6 times 3.3 volts, which is where you'd normally want to be the absolute minimum. And this is fully charged, so it's on 25 point, it's just slightly over 25.2. So I'm going to leave this running. I'll run this cycle through maybe 5 times and take an average of the time that this takes to discharge. So I'll do it as a bit of a time lapse. Anyway, here we go. We're on, and you can see here that it's actually delivering 15 amps and the voltage is slightly coming down. As soon as that gets down to 19.8 volts, this will automatically cut off and you'll see the time at the bottom. So let me do a close-up of that. So there we go, that's the first cycle, and that took, that was 19, nearly 20 minutes to discharge. The pack is a little bit warm, you can keep your hand on it, it's nothing exceptional. And what I'm going to do is run this same test 5 times and I'll average the figures so I get a good idea of how well this graphene battery actually works in that sort of multi-cycle mode. And the thing to notice here is that, as you'd expect, if we keep this on here long enough, that voltage will creep up now. So it's crept up from 19.8 and it's slowly going up to 20.5, which is not unexpected as the battery relaxes. I'll get back to you with the figures in just a minute. So I've cycled this 5 times, so that's full discharge down to 19.8 volts, which is 3.3 volts per cell at 15 amps, and on average it's come out as 19.5 minutes, which I think is pretty good, to be honest. And that gives me a good margin so I know where to set my timers on my transmitter when I go out and fly this for the first time on this battery. And if you're interested in this battery or any of these, I've put links in the video description so you can check them out. How do you test your batteries? Do you even bother, or do you just go out and fly? I tend to be quite cautious when I've got an expensive payload on a drone like this. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.